I've been saying this and people laugh about it, but it's not as funny anymore. I don't understand why, at the point that you knew a grand jury indictment is coming, because you heard rumors about it for a while, and then it actually happened. Why would Diddy stick around in America and wait to be arrested and potentially do life in prison when he could go to Russia where there's no extradition policy and just basically stay there until they either charge him or they don't charge him?
I don't know if I'd want to go to Russia. Is there any other options besides Russia? Because that doesn't sound like the place you want to really, you know?
Steven Seagal's in Russia right now.
Yeah?
Steven Seagal, the actor, caught a bunch of rape charges. He went to Russia, and he's been fine ever since. Edward Snowden leaked documents that are essentially treason.
Yeah.
He is facing life in prison in America. He's been living in Russia ever since. There's no possible way the U.S. will invade Russia to get back anybody, much less Diddy.
Right.
He could stay there as long as he wants, and I'm sure Russia would be happy to have his money. In fact, Roman Polanski, he was accused of raping like a 13-year-old girl back in like the 70s, and he ended up escaping to France, where he lived most of his life after that, and then I think he went to Poland. He's 91 years old. Once again, never extradited back.
Damn.
By actually going to certain countries. A lot of times it also depends on the law, where it's like, well, over here, there's not, let's say, as harsh of a penalty for a certain thing, so we're not going to send this person back to a country that's going to get put in prison for something we don't agree with in terms of the amount of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That there's very interesting stipulations along the way. Yeah, I would go to Russia. I mean, there's also like Iran, North Korea.
Yeah, all those places sound fucking terrible. There ain't nothing in South America? Something
I think maybe
tropical?
Venezuela.
Yeah, no, that's like the murder capital of the world.
Listen, if you're escaping America and going to a place that will not participate with America, you're not really going to the creme de la creme. You know what I'm saying? You got to scrape the barrel a little bit in these situations, all right?
Russia just sounds cold as fuck, and I don't know.
There's Algeria, Uzbekistan, Lebanon, Syria, Brunei, Abu Dhabi, UAE.
Oh, yeah, I'm going there.
Dubai.
That would have been his best. What?
Yeah, but
should have went there.
You know something? Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? Okay, when I'm naming these countries, they don't have an official extradition policy. Okay, China is another one also. Let me see. Hold on. China, Morocco, Moldavia, Cambodia, Vatican City, Uganda, Iran, Russia, Afghanistan, North Korea, Central African Republic. They don't have official extradition policies with the U.S. There's no official policy, but that doesn't mean they can't decide to send you back. You know, hey, you know that tariff we've been running on your, steel for all these years? We could lower it a little bit. Just give us Diddy.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. Take him. Fuck that guy. you know? That kind of stuff could happen.
Yeah,
see, like
I mean,
with Russia.
If anybody had the money to make it happen, it's him. But
That's what I'm saying.
He decided not to go with it. Now he's on suicide watch.
Yeah, they're saying that's
Brooklyn.
not really true. I think what happened is after losing Epstein through suicide and the camera wasn't working, the guard wasn't there, they look so bad that they're probably going to overdo it for anyone that's close to an Epstein.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's suicidal. Anytime, like especially with like Florida mugshots, when someone catches a murder charge, you see them in a turtle suit and the suicide jacket. Like they just do that because a lot of people's first thoughts is like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Like I don't think he's suicidal, but at the same time, that's the worst time to do is in a suicide because there's nothing in the room with you. You have nothing to look at, you're literally naked in a suicide jacket. And you can't, they can't give you utensils. They got to give you food in a styrofoam plate. You got to rip the corner off of the styrofoam to scoop up the food to eat with. You barely get any toilet paper. They don't give you a roll, nothing. So he's doing like tough time right now. That shit's not fucking, it's just he's protected from everyone else. Because I think 6ix9ine had gotten to a situation the second he hit MDC Brooklyn, and that's when they ended up putting him in PC. But
yeah, to think that he went from one of, he's going to the best restaurants, flying private, finest clothes, women everywhere, and now he's in the worst possible situation with no bail is just, I can't get my head around it. I'm like, God damn, like, did he really locked up? And think about it, this trial may not start for years.
yeah. Yeah, it's a fucked up situation, but
Yeah. The trial may not start for years, and the trial itself may last over a year.
mm-hmm.
The Fed's going to call 100 witnesses, and, this is going to be like almost like a Young Thug situation. If they want to get a RICO on someone like a Diddy who got way more money than Young Thug, he's going to bring everything. He's going to have an army of private investigators,
And he's got ammo himself on a lot of fucking people. That's the thing. And that's one thing I brought up is, all right, does he have shit that he can use to cooperate? Yeah, they got him, but what does he have on other people? Because in the feds, all of that is bargaining chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the state, snitching really ain't the same. You can snitch and still get 20, 30 years. But in the feds, they actually play with that, So it's like, what would he be able to provide if he could, and what does he actually have?